Hey guys, so I wanted to make a tutorial on how to enable widescreen using hex editing and reshade for NieR Replicant. So you're going to want to start by installing HXD, or I suppose any hex editing software works, but this is the one I use. This is how I know how to do it. So go ahead, download that. I'll put links in the description. Then you're also going to want to download reshade, and you're going to want to download this shader for reshade, and I'll put the link for this as well. Click here, and you download it. So you want to go ahead, download reshade with add-on support. Okay, so you're going to want to go ahead, select your game or application. In this case, it would be NieR Replicant. Next, you're going to want to find out which rendering API your game uses. So I believe it should just be this one. Go ahead, blah 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 blah. I already have reshade installed, so it's going to do this. But if you continue, it will, it's pretty self-explanatory. It guides you through the whole process. Now, after you have reshade installed, what you're going to want to do is open up your local files. You'll find your reshade folder in here. You'll want to go into reshade shaders, and then once you download this, just drop it in here. After that, what you're going to want to do is open up your hex editor. So bring it over here. Open, and then I already have it selected. Find your game, open the executable. This looks really scary. I promise it's not. So you'll make sure it's set to hex and hit Control-R to replace. And you're going to want to search for this string of numbers: 39, 8E, E3, and 3F. So what you're going to do, copy that, paste it here, and you're going to replace it with whatever here, the hex value for your monitor. So in my case, I have a 21:9 monitor, so I would be replacing it with this string of numbers right here. And you can find it on this website. I'll link this as well. So you go in and click that, select all, and actually make sure to switch this to hex values, because otherwise if you replace the text, it's going to screw it up and you won't be able to beat your game. So this, replace all. And this happens for me because I already have this corrected, but it should replace all 9 instances of that string of numbers. After that, you can boot up NieR Replicant. Reshade will have a barrier of some kind at the top. This will stretch your UI a little bit, but it's not as unpleasant to look at as some of the widescreen fixes that affect whatever, Anyway, this is what it looks like when it's fully working. However, if you've never used reshade before, you don't have aspect ratio enabled, you're going to want to hit home on your keyboard, find it down here, because your game's going to look like this without it. Basically what it does is it crunches it, and then changing the hex code crunches it up, and then click aspect ratio. It stretches it back out to fit your monitor without stretching the game itself. So this gets more range in, and then click it. There you go. And hit home to hide it again, and now you have widescreen on NieR Replicant.